What's up, you guys? It's DL926 here. I wanted to come out and make a video on two players that this Giants fan base is constantly, discussing on resigning, and that's Leonard Williams and that's Dalvin Tomlinson. When it comes to Leonard Williams, I mean, what more can you say about the guy? He's a guy that stops the run. He gets to the quarterback consistently for this defensive line. He is just an all-around destructive force on that line for us, and he has been a guy that has always been able to get to the quarterback week in and week out. He's a guy that we can depend on. He's a leader on that defense. And, I can't see any way how we let him go, because we don't really have that many options when it comes to pass rushers on this team. And this guy is he's been unbelievable for us this year. And he's only, 26 years old? I mean, even though it seems like, Leonard Williams has been in the league for an eternity, ever since the Jets drafted him. But yeah, he's still a young guy, and he is a highly productive guy. And like I said, he is a guy that can wreak havoc in that backfield to quarterbacks, to running backs, anybody that has that ball in the backfield. Before the season started and we made the trade for him, I was a guy that said, I'm big on Leonard Williams. I was always big on Leonard Williams. I was the guy that said, Leonard Williams was just a step down from Jadeveon Clowney. I was that guy that said that. And a lot of people didn't like when I said that. I mean, I got some comments on the video, when I made it, and they were like, you're crazy, this, that, and the other. But I just always believed in Leonard Williams' talent. I mean, the guy was compared to Reggie White when he came out of USC. So I mean, the guy could play. I mean, he wasn't very productive with the Jets. I don't know exactly why that was, but the guy is just, I mean, he's a big dude, man. He's 6'4", he's pushing close to 300 pounds, and man, when he bull rushes you, man, he pushes those offensive linemen back like they're nothing. If you watch him in these games and you watch him on film, man, Leonard Williams is a freaking monster. And I'm telling you, if we could put an actual pass rusher next to Leonard Williams, a guy that has speed and can accelerate and can get to the quarterback, rushing from the outside, and put him on the inside, man, that would be a great little combo to have on one side of our line. Now I'm going to move on to Dalvin Tomlinson. I don't understand the love affair with Dalvin Tomlinson. There was a subscriber on my last video that talked about Dalvin Tomlinson, and he brought up, my last video was about, me being worried about our the Giants rushing defense, and he brought up the fact that, Dalvin Tomlinson has a missed tackle rate of 12%, on this Giants defensive line, which is not very good. And like I said, I believe this rushing defense has been struggling over the past 2 weeks. And in my eyes, when I hear something like that, I'm going to look at Dalvin Tomlinson. Dalvin Tomlinson, to me, he's not productive enough for us to keep this guy around. And a lot of Giants fans talk about this guy in very high regard, and I don't understand it, man. I really don't. You think about defensive tackles that we've had and guys that play inside that we've had in the past that we've let walk. And you think about Linval Joseph, you think about Jonathan Hankins. I mean, those were two guys that were, in my eyes, 10 times better than what Dalvin Tomlinson ever has been for the Giants so far. We let them walk, and they signed big contracts. Linval Joseph went on to be a great player for the Minnesota Vikings, and Jonathan Hankins, once he left the Giants, he didn't turn into very much afterwards. But yeah, like I said, I just don't understand the love affair when it comes to Dalvin Tomlinson. But I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but I don't think he's a very good player to begin with. But yeah, out of the two, Leonard Williams is a guy you want to re-sign. Whatever that guy's looking for yearly, I mean, try your best to make him happy and give him a good deal that he's satisfied with. What else did I want to say? Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about somebody else. I hear a lot of Giants fans out here that are really big on what's his name, Lorenzo Carter. And Lorenzo Carter, to me, let me tell you something. We've seen a lot of good pass rushers on this team over the past 20 years. And Lorenzo Carter, to me, I don't care if he has 3 or 4 sacks, during a scrimmage against this Giants offensive line earlier on in the season, before the season even began. Lorenzo Carter, he looks the part, but he looks like Tarzan and plays like Jane. He reminds me of Clint Sentham. Do you remember Clint Sentham, that linebacker that we drafted out of Virginia? I can't even remember how many years ago now it was, but Clint Sentham could never stay healthy and he could never get on the field. But Clint Sentham looked like a beast. Clint Stintham looked like he could go out there and just destroy an opposing offense. But like I said, he could never get on the field. And Lorenzo Carter reminds me of that same type of player. He looks the part, but he just can't really get it done. I mean, sure, he'll get you, what, 3 or 4 sacks a year? He might get you 5. Okay, that's great. But he's no Jason Pierre-Paul. He's no Justin Tuck. He's no O.C. Umenyiora. He's no Michael Strahan. He's nowhere even close to those players. And like I said, all of us should know what a pass rusher looks like because we've seen them for the past 20 years on this team. You know, nobody should be like, okay, this guy looks like he could be something, and he really doesn't turn into anything. I mean, all of us have seen some great ones play for this team. JPP, you know, that's another one. But yeah, I just wanted to come out and make a video on that and just let you guys know how I felt about those players. And that's pretty much it. That's it for the video. You guys take it easy. Thank you for always checking out my content, and I'll see you in the next one, which will probably be tomorrow after the game. So you guys, like I said, take it easy. Have a good night, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.